You ever wonder if there's like a plan for the whole world, a massive to-do list for fixing our biggest problems? Well, there is. And today, we're going to break down the 17 goals that are literally shaping our future.
So let's start at the beginning with the core idea, because this isn't just some boring list of problems. No, it's actually built on this really powerful promise, a promise we're all making to the people who come after us.
And here it is, that promise in black and white. This is the official definition of sustainable development. It sounds a little academic, but the idea is super simple and honestly pretty profound. It just means meet our needs today, but do it without messing things up for future generations. Don't compromise their ability to meet their own needs.
And that really gets to the core of it, right? It's all about balance. How do we get what we need right now? Food, energy, a place to live, while making sure there are still enough resources left for the future. It's like walking a tightrope, and it's a tricky one.
Okay, and this is super important. A lot of people hear sustainability and just think environment, but that's only part of the story. Real sustainable development is like a three-legged stool. You need a strong economy, you need social inclusion, meaning a fair society where everyone gets a shot, and of course, you need to protect the environment. If one of those legs is weak, the whole thing falls over. They have to work together.
So that's the big idea. But how do you take a concept like that and turn it into something real? An actual plan that the whole world can follow? Well, that's where this to-do list comes into play.
The answer, it turns out, is a number. And that number is 17. Yep, the UN and countries from all over the globe took this massive challenge and broke it down into 17 clear, measurable goals.
And these are what we call the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs for short. Sometimes people just call them the global goals. The really key word here is universal. This isn't a plan just for some countries over there. It is a call to action for everybody, every single nation.
And get this mission has a deadline, a hard deadline. The clock started ticking back in 2015, and the target year to get all this done is 2030. That's a 15-year sprint to try and make some truly huge changes happen.
All right, so what are these 17 goals? Let's do a quick flyby of this global blueprint.
So the first batch, goals 1 through 6, they're all about the absolute basics, the fundamentals of human dignity. We're talking no poverty, zero hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, and clean water and sanitation. You could say these are the non-negotiables, the foundation for everything else.
Okay, next up, goals 7 through 12. These kind of build on that foundation. They're all about the engines that make society run. Think affordable and clean energy, decent work, solid infrastructure, reducing inequality, even making our cities and our consumption habits more sustainable. Basically, it's about how we build our world and live in it.
And the last group, 13 through 17, these are the ones that protect our planet and help us all get along. We've got climate action, life below water, life on land, and peace and justice. And then there's goal 17, which is maybe the most important one of all. It's partnerships for the goals. It's the one that says, hey, none of this is going to happen unless we all team up and do it together.
Okay, now for what I think is the most critical part of understanding these goals. It's really tempting to look at this and see 17 separate boxes to check off a list. But if you do that, you're missing the whole point and the real power of the plan. The key, the absolute key, is that these goals are all interconnected. Think of it like a giant web, not a list. When you pull on one thread, you feel it move everywhere else. The real genius here is that they're designed to be tackled together.
Let me give you a quick example of how this works in the real world. Let's say we make progress on Goal 13, climate action, right? That directly helps Goal 14 because it leads to healthier oceans. Well, healthier oceans then support the fishing and tourism jobs that coastal communities rely on, and boom, that helps with Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities. See? It's a chain reaction.
So when it comes down to it, that's the big takeaway. The SDGs aren't just a list. They're a framework, a fully integrated system. It's a plan that you can't solve one problem in isolation. You can't fix poverty without dealing with climate change. You can't have peace if there's massive inequality. It all fits together.
So there you have it. The plan is on the table. The world's most ambitious to-do list is written down. The only question that's left is the big one. How are we, you, me, our communities, our countries, how are we all going to work together to actually check off every single one of these items before that 2030 deadline?